Hello, everyone. Let's listen to the deer a little bit more.
Technological limitation. The programs that they were using simply did not have that function built into them at the time because it was not something that was needed. It was not something that was even considered to have been needed. It's like saying, why did early television broadcasts not have transparent overlays on top of the moving background images? The answer is because the technology didn't exist to do that yet.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, for fuck's sakes! He's comparing lack of special effects in old TV shows because there was no special effects or computer effects. He's comparing that to not being able to represent a woman as a realistic, like what a woman actually looks like. I don't understand how those two things are compatible. I feel like even back in fucking Nintendo, they could still decide on whether or not they were making a person of realistic body proportions. I'm not saying they had just as much fucking options because it's a lot easier to animate a fucking cartoon character. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't animate like a picture of a person who was like fucking realistic proportions. And I don't even know why I'm fucking arguing with such a stupid fucking statement.
There's nothing about sexism or misogyny in it at all. It's simply technological limitation. As technology improves animation.
You're right, dead or alive, like the fucking big titties in the beach volleyball has nothing to do with the fact that, like, they're literally incapable of animating a chick with small boobs. They go to do it and the computer's like, error, error, fucking smoke comes out of it. It's, one day we'll have the technology, one day.
Quality improves. Simple as that. And now we come to one of my favourite points in this entire article. After giving superheroes the same treatment back in March, the organisation redesigned characters like Halo's Cortana, Tekken 5's Christy Monteiro, and Mortal Kombat's Jade to represent the average American woman's measurement.
Okay, his whole thing is that he's pissed off that they're mad about the representation of just one basic body type in video games. And now, because they want another kind of body type, and they're going to show examples of what it would look like, he's going to say that they're fucking wrong for fucking, what's the word? Like, spreading the idea that this body type is okay. Like, fucking pots calling kettle fucking black. Like,
and rather conveniently, they have provided us with a link to a study conducted by the CDC. And this part provides you with a reasonable breakdown from part of a larger study that was conducted through 2007 to 2010 called the Anthropometric Reference Data for Children and Adults in the United States. And as you can see, they just give you the mean height, weight, and waist circumference of men and women. And this is where things get fun. Because from the very same website, the CDC, obesity and overweight individuals data from the US, taken from a study called The Prevalence of Overweight and Obesity Among Children and Adolescents in the United States, from 1963 to 1965 through to 2011-2012. And in this, you will find that a whopping 69% of American adults are overweight. Or,
if over 69% of adults are overweight, that would mean it's the majority of people are fucking overweight, huh? Well, that's interesting.
or obese. And the reason that I find this hilarious, and we're going to start looking at some of the images from this article now because it kind of proves the point. This is not showing people who suffer from things like bulimia and anorexia what a healthy weight is.
Yeah, I love that. You can kind of hear that he's getting upset because this is not showing them what a healthy weight is. What it is, it's Laura Croft, but she's a little bit chubby. Just a little bit. Not even a lot, just a couple sizes bigger. Here. I don't know if that was recorded very well, but I don't really care. He's just a couple sizes bigger, and he's like, oh, this is just not showing them a healthy body type. But I think the issue is whether or not it's a healthy... His issue is that it's not a healthy standard to show somebody, but what it is a realistic standard. You know, he's... Let's listen to what he has to say more, but I mean, like, he's getting upset over a large character, but he's just so mad about him getting upset about a skinny character. It's just so funny.
This is in fact glorifying obesity. And what blows my mind is that a bulimia charity doesn't seem to understand how damaging something like this could be to someone who is anorexic or has bulimia. Because what this is doing is basically putting a mountain in front of them and saying, climb it, and then you will be normal.
Oh. God. Let's just replay it.
Way it is. This is in fact glorifying obesity. And what blows my mind is that a bulimia charity doesn't seem to understand how damaging something like this could be to someone who is anorexic or has bulimia. Because what this is doing is basically putting a mountain in front of them and saying, climb it, and then you will be normal. Instead of, you know, having the healthier...
Okay. In a crazy, fucked up way, I will let him have the argument about them glorifying obesity. I do not agree with it, but I'll just let him have it for the sake of fucking argument. But how is that in any way against people who suffer from bulimia, people who usually strive to make themselves skinny? Does he think that people with bulimia make themselves healthier or something? Like... And then he says this shit about putting a mountain in front of them and getting them to claim it? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Okay, I'm gonna run out of fucking camera time here, so... Gonna be another part after this, but fuck! I'm running out of shit to even say about this guy.